everybody, all my soul searching warriors. How are you this morning? Life's getting hard. Hey, have you noticed how ridiculously chaotic it's starting to get? I generally like going to bed about 9:30, 10:30, somewhere in there. But since my dad died last August, it's now like 2 o'clock before I get to sleep. The energy is crazy, let alone the fact he's been coming to see me most nights. Yes, he was back again last night. Yes, he came back the night before and 2 nights before that, Thursday, Wednesday, and I think it was Monday or Tuesday last week, he came back again. They're private messages for me because my family are going insane like the rest of the planet. So what do we do about it? One, we always have to do self-care and work out what's going on within ourselves. Yes, we are the most important person to us, number one, okay? So in that case, we've always got to look after us. So when my dad's coming to me and saying all this stuff, I just say, Dad, it's not my problem. And even knowing he's dead now, because he died in August, oh my God, it's like every second night my dad's coming to me. So let's go there. When obviously people are going to be asking, how does he interact with me? Last night, I was lying in bed playing on my phone because I have all games apps that I play, Sudoku. There's jigsaw puzzles that I do, euchre, cribbage, and all that's backgammon and all those. So I'm sitting there and I heard my dad as clear as day. He was out in the living room and he said something about my mum. So I got up, I went out into the lounge room, and there he is standing in my living room, just like me standing here right before you now. And I just said, Dad, not my problem. I'm going back to bed. Stop telling me. So people say to me, why is he coming to me? And I say, because I'm the one picking up the receiver. He's dialing through. It's like the reverse E.T. E.T. was phoning home. My dad's at home, so he's phoning like E.T. Hello, are you going to pick up? Are you picking up? So, of course, I pick up the phone because I'm the one who senses ghosts and sees ghosts and spirits. And, it's fun being me, right? But at the end of the day, we've got to look at why things are going on and what we can do to deal with it. Yes? So I'm pretty sure last week when my internet dropped out and all you guys were sitting here waiting for my answers and my internet died, I'm pretty sure that was my dad because he's coming through pretty strong at this point. Yeah, a lot of unresolved stuff. He died last August and no one's even told me where his ashes are yet. Whose problem's that? Not mine. And I'm not going to ring and say, hey, where's Dad? Because that's the game. They throw out the line and then they reel us in. Yes, this is how narcissists work. They want to get us to go to them. So I'm not going to them and saying, hey, what's going on with Dad? They know what's going on with Dad. It's their game if they tell me what's going on with my own dad, right? So it's a psychological game that they're playing. And I don't play it. Okay, now the reason why I'm telling you all this today is because my dad was so prominent last night. Usually he just stands in my doorway at night with all the lights off and I don't really see him. It's like, in dark, you just see the outline of someone. But last night he was right there and he's pinged off. Oh my God. So I didn't go to sleep till about 3 o'clock this morning. And here I am at 9 a.m. talking to you guys and doing tarot and talking about all spiritual and psychic stuff. So please know, guys, it is draining for me at this point dealing with my family. I've got a lot going on with them. They're playing their little mind games, which I don't get involved with, except for when my dad comes and keeps me awake. Yeah. Yeah. So here I am. How do we get through it? One, we say, is it my problem? Is it something I can fix? Yes or no? Okay, yes or no? There's no grey matter here. Can you fix it? So, there's things in life when we can try to fix it, like dropping a cake on the floor. We can pick up as many pieces as we can, try and mold it back into a cake. But ultimately, do we fix the whole thing? No. So the answer is no. There's no grey matter. It's either yes or no. If the answer is yes, get out there and do it. But if the answer is no, like, can I stop the Iranian war at this point? No. So guess what I do? I'm aware of it. I acknowledge that it's there, but I don't put my energy into it. I think about me, I think about my daughter, my cat, my livelihood, the gorgeous people like you who I talk to. Okay? I've got far bigger problems to deal with people that I know going through big troubles at this point. Look how many of you are unemployed. Look how many of you have got criminal investigations going on, whether you're the one that did it or you weren't. But we've got a lot of things going on out of our control that we're trying to get done. So I put my energy into those I love, and that's you watching me today. I can't give you enough thanks. I can't give you enough appreciation because it shows me that you're the ones trying your best to get through this weird chaos that's going on there. I do have a theory. I'm not going to say it on here because a lot of you will turn off and never watch me again. But if you know, right? The elephant in the room. Now, I've posted the video from 2004 many times. If you want it, please email me. My email is below and say, what the hell are you talking about? Can I have the 2004 video? Yes, it is an eye-opener. And I believe that is why now there is so much chaos going on, because we are so, well, not me, but a lot of people now are disconnected. They're angry. They've got cognitive decline, which the government wants to call dementia. Okay, look how many people now are getting dementia. Okay, because our hippocampus cannot store new memories. Geez, I wonder what caused that. So if you want the 2004 video, which I believe is what's making us all, well, not all of us, because it's not me, but it's making a lot of people angry, conceited, frustrated, deserving. Look how many Karens are out there now. I watched this video the other night of a woman at an airport. She's trying to get on this plane. She acted normal before her, I can't say what it is because I'll just call it her dementia, okay? But she's all normal. They get her to the gate and they say, oh, you're at the wrong gate. Now, anyone would say, oh, heck, where do I go? But this woman turned it into a 15-minute absolute full throttle double assault barrel at these people saying, I want to get on this plane. And the lady's saying, this is not your plane. Your plane's at another gate. She ended up getting arrested, taken off in handcuffs. That's how bad it was. So what is going through people's brains now where we are, well, not me, but so many now are disconnected. Some of you are working it out. If you want the video, it's called the 2004 video. Email me. My email is below, and I'm happy. All you got to do is just say 2004 video, please, and I'll reply with it and tell you what I think's going on. Okay? Because I know what's going on because I learned all this in 2001 when I died. When I was talking to my great-great-great-great-grandmother, and she was telling me all this stuff that was coming, and then they built all these wellness centers around the world. Isn't it funny how they're just not really talking about those wellness centers anymore? But there's a purpose for those. There is a purpose for those. It's coming. Okay? Don't be upset by it. We all have we look at our lives, guys. We're an eternal soul. And what a great time to be alive, yeah? If we stuff up, muck up, F up, whatever we do, right? It's just one life. We come back again and again and again and again and again and again. So we look at our lives as learning curves, right? Because reincarnation's real. I know all about it. But at the end of the day, it's always a learning curve. So how do we learn unless we make mistakes? Yeah. So never feel bad about what goes on in your life, okay? Don't get upset because it's always a learning curve to be better next time around. And I'll tell you, if you do come back, go to 1472 and I'll find you in a castle in England. That's where I'm going next time. 1472. I don't know why, but that year has been in my mind for at least 2 years now. 1472. That's where I'm going back to. Okay, so we're here for tarot. Yay! So, good morning, everyone who's watching. If you haven't watched my channel before, please know I am Dr Lynda Cramer. I died in 2001 and I went to heaven for about 5 years. So now I have all the psychic abilities there are. So to help you guys as much as I can, because I know times are tough, I do 2 lives every week. Today is Saturday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time. Check your time zones, okay? Because there is time zone changes with daylight saving. 9 a.m. Saturday, Brisbane time. Today is Tarot Day. So everybody gets a tarot card. Yes, I've connected with my card. And if you look down, I've got all my tarot cards already pulled here for people. If you comment before I go live, you also get the Love Dove card. It's a dove and every card starts with the word love. So that's today. And on Thursday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, which is Wednesday night if you're in America, set your time zones. I do free psychic readings. So you can comment all your questions. Do you see me moving? Do I get a new boyfriend? Do you see me getting a new job? Okay. All those type of questions. What do you see coming for me? Try and be a little bit specific so I can zap in just to that one area. Because some people do say, hey, what's coming for me this year? So it's just general. So I've got to go through the ether of 10,000 possibilities that could be coming for you and try and pluck one out that's accurate to your very generalized question. So try and be a little bit more specific with your questions if you do comment, okay? So I do 2 lives a week. If you do want a private reading with me, guess what? I have heaps of spots available. I do not charge for what I do. I only ask for a contribution just so I know you're going to turn up for your reading. Okay, there is an instruction in the link below how to get a reading from Lynda. It's basically make a contribution through PayPal, then email me. Let me know how much you've sent. Let me know where you live so we can work out time zones because I'm in Brisbane, Australia. And then I send you a Zoom link, okay? It's that easy. A guy contacted me 3 days ago. I actually spoke to him that afternoon. That's how fast I can get people in at this point, okay? So it's all good, okay? Yes, I've got things on every week, but I do try to fit people in within about 2 or 3 days. Yay, how good is that? I don't comment testimonials. I get far too many testimonials to actually put them out there in writing, okay? Yeah, I don't need to do testimonials because at the end of the day, I don't charge, and I do get a lot of people who send me over just a couple of dollars, and then they email me a week later and say, wow, what you said was so good, and they go boom with a nice, decent PayPal for me. So, you know, we're learning not to trust, and that's okay, okay? Because with psychic stuff, we've got to feel comfortable. We've got to be able to trust the information that comes. And that's why today is free. Free tarot. Yes. I've only had about 4 hours sleep as usual. But guess what? I am on the board for you guys. So the other thing I'm going to say is a lot of people say to me, Lynda, why don't you do super chats? And they say, Lynda, why don't you do member-only videos? Because if you guys subscribe to me, you pay half of your money to YouTube. I don't do super chats because if you send me $2 as a super chat, YouTube, what's his name, Soros, he gets one of your dollars. The other dollar comes to me. So it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I don't want your money going to a billionaire. So if you do want to send me over $2, it's best to do it through PayPal, okay? Because they don't take half as hardly any fees, okay? My cat is meowing. Can you hear her? Should I go grab her? You guys haven't seen Mary for a while. Mary! I'll go grab her, okay? You guys haven't seen Mary for a while. Just bear with me. I'll go get my cat. Mary! What's up, baby? What's the matter, baby? Oh, God. Come on, people want to see you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Here comes Mary. Oh, Mary. There she is. All right, I'm going to drop her. Oh, my God. Mary Cake. All right, one of my cards fell down. Okay, pick that one up. That goes to there. That was Mary. Poor little baby. She was meowing. So my daughter's not here, so she obviously misses me. Okay. Yeah. Poor baby Cake. And now I'm covered in hair. I've got to brush her later. Okay, so on that note, I've just had a little energy change. Yay! Thank you so much. I'm going to start getting into our tarot for the day because that's what you're here for. So, guys, as I said, if you do want a private reading from me, make a contribution through PayPal. I've got heaps of spots available. So today, James Cassar. I'm just going to do this from now on. The first person I'm going to do a little mini reading for. It's just a little way of getting you all to comment first, right? Okay, James Cassar. You can see I've got your cards. It's already in here. Okay, good morning, Linda and everyone. May I have a card about career, which way is it developing and transforming? A love dove card would be beneficial too. Well, look, you can see your love dove card. Thank you in advance. So, James Cassar, just put your little love dove card there. You got the Two of Wands. So I'm going to read out what the Two of Wands says. So here's the Two of Wands in my book. And I'll open it up so you can have a read of it yourself if you want to. Oops, where is it? Two of Wands. I'm going to put it there so you can pause the screen. Okay. Two of Wands says, well, we get past the energy of the Ace, right? As with all new ventures, you need to focus on your future plans and put in the required amount of effort to succeed. But the presence of this card shows that potential exists. Okay, it also shows partnerships because it's two, collaborations and negotiations with others that may be significant to your project. So these are worthy to consider as well. Okay, so when we look at this card, you've asked about work and a career. So this is all about negotiation, working out in your head which way you want to go because it's free will. But this card is saying that it's got the potential to succeed. Okay, so your love dove card says love would go for a walk in the sunshine. So I'm going to put the two cards up together. Love would go for a walk in the sunshine. This tells me you're in the contemplation stage, okay? Which is like, duh. People are going to say, duh, well, that's what he said in his message. But the cards show that, okay? The cards are showing that now is a time for you to really work it out where you're going. So then all these options that you've got, the different options, okay, working it out. Sorry, I'm just turning off my phone at the same time because I knew it was about to buzz. Oh, where's that thing? Okay, so working out which way it is that you want to go and then putting your heart and soul into it. I know which way you're going. I just got it. Okay. Yes, and I think you know which way you're going to go. Okay, all that stuff that you've been sending me. You know, you're doing it like a hobby at this point, but now it's really time to get it out there. Okay, get it out there and really start to empower this passion that you've got. So the love dove card said, go for a walk in the sunshine. Go for a walk and really work all this out so it really becomes clear for you Let go of things can be like, because we're in this release process at this point, letting it go could be saying, okay, well, I've tried that, it didn't really work. Let's release that to the universe and let's bring in other options that are going to work this time. Okay? All right, so that's your card. It's saying don't stop. Okay? So now we're at Robert Harris, which I love Robert Harris. Okay. Good morning, Linda, Mel, Ronnie, Pixie, and I wish you enjoyable weekend. Yay! Also, we wish everyone here a peaceful and restful end to the week, filled with blessings. May Mel and I have cards. Now, when Rob says may Mel and I have cards, please know Mel has given me consent. So I've got their cards here. Okay. Robert, you're on the bottom. Okay. And Robert's card is the Two of Pentacles. Now, we've just had a 2. So now I'm going to look at the Two of Pentacles. Let's have a look at the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles represents the need, effort. The effort needed. Sorry, I am dyslexic, right? Represents the effort needed to successfully maintain a balance in life. This can be trying to keep more than one project going simultaneously, a balance of home and work, or even juggling finances. So I know that you guys have got a plan. I know that you're working on a few different things at this point, okay? So this 2 is virtually saying it's a negotiation, again, like the 2 that we just had, okay? Care is needed to maintain balance, to ensure everything progresses smoothly and flows harmoniously. So I'm just going to put the book up so you can have a read of that. Pause the screen so you can have a read of the 2. And here's your cup. Oops, the Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. And your card says, love enjoys doing things together. So again, this is all about negotiation. This is about really talking it through with someone, probably Mel, because when you see Mel's card, because I did look at your cards, okay? Because I do look at some people's cards. Okay, so you got the 2 of Pentacles. You got juggling these 2 different ways to go, or 3, right? And this one says negotiate and talk it through. So there's your cards for you, Robert, okay? 2 of Pentacles with love enjoys doing things together, okay? That one goes up there. So with Mel's card, she got the 9 of Wands, okay? So let me just have a look at the 9 of Wands. Yes, for my few first ones from now on, I'm just going to give you some insight because, hello, thank you so much for commenting first. The 9 of Pentacles indicates financial success and material security. So this is our finance success card, the 9 of Pentacles. The war is done. This is what it's saying. That's why he's yielding, because all the hard work's done. Now we've got to just get it into place where it makes financial success for us. So there's the book if you want to pause the screen, the 9 of Pentacles, and there is your card, 9 of Pentacles. Okay? And the love card, this is for Mel, says love willingly compromises and accommodates other people's needs. So this is a time now for Mel to say, you know what, Robert? I know you're busy with that project. I'm going to leave you alone for 3 hours while you do it. That sort of thing. Again, it's about negotiation. Love willingly compromises and accommodates others' needs. So this is support, trust, devotion, and negotiation. Okay, so there's Mel's 2 cards. I'll put them up as well. Okay, so now we go down to Jim Holland. Yay, Jim Holland's on. Yes, with Lola and Millie. Lola and Millie. That's his dog and cat, by the way, and probably 50,000 fish that he owns. Okay, g'day, Linny. G'day, everyone. May I have my usual cards? Yes, I've got them. Please, I would like to add that I'm finding it depressing listening to the US warplanes shaking my roof day and night. Now, he also says, I live about 10 miles from the RAF at Fairfoot, so the flight paths are right above me. Thanks, and Wolf from Lola. So, yes, I was watching about the UK the other day, and they're saying what an idiot Starmer is because he's just sent his B-52 bomber over to Iran, And that's their main support in the whole of the UK RAF, Royal Air Force. So he's just sent his biggest asset over to Iran, which leaves the UK now open or susceptible for invasion. Who the heck does that? Like, I can't tell you how detached the governments are at this point. You know, I look at Australia and, okay, let's go to the four that I've been mentioning now for about 3 years. We've got the UK, Australia, France, and Canada. Those four are the nut houses. Not the people, the governments are the nut houses on the planet at this point. We got rid of Trudeau in Canada, but look at the idiot who replaced him. Same thing, same different face, right? But at the end of the day, we've got Starmer Macron and Albanese, and now we've got this Karma, whatever his name is, but they're still doing all the same stuff. They don't get it into their big noggin. Change the way you're dealing with stuff to get a different result. They're banging their head on the wall expecting things to come out differently. You know, Starmer's head of staff just resigned. What does that tell you? Why is this guy still in office, for goodness sake? So, I just saw your card, Jim Holland. Because I didn't look earlier. But at the end of the day, these idiots, and they are idiots, we can't get emotionally attached to it because then we create the energy they feed on. So what do? We laugh at them. I laugh all day long. Every day I'm laughing at all the stupid, silly things that they're doing, okay? So when you see all these bombers flying over, just remember, thank God it's US and not Chinese or Middle Eastern, okay? Because that would be a whole different world zone for you where you are. So be grateful that at least it's allies flying over and not the enemy at this point, right? Oh my goodness. So of course it's going to be depressing for you, Jim. But at the end of the day, I'm still seeing you're moving soon, okay? And it's sort of like north, let me just think, never eat, okay? Northeast is where you're going. So it's going to be far, far better for you when you get there, okay? So you've got the Page of Swords. It's a page, which is news coming. Be patient because it's a sword. There's going to be patience with this, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm still seeing good things are coming for you, and this page represents that. So I'm going to bring him in so you can see it's a Page of Swords. And your Love Dove card says, love protects the young from harm. So this is not only your pets, this is other people around you. Because if you're getting affected by all these planes, what about all the elderly that live around you as well? So you're not the only one getting affected by these planes, okay? So this could be a good time to just go and check on some neighbours, okay? As you're walking outside and you see people, just say, oh my God, what's going on with the planes? So it makes them feel that they're not alone during this as well. Because if you're getting affected, so is other people around you. So don't just make this about yourself, Jim, okay? Put out the energy, thank God this is me getting out of here. But these are the people who are going to be stuck there dealing with it every day. Feel that compassion, feel that love for them, okay? Because that's what your card is saying. Love protects the young from harm. The young could be a 96-year-old with dementia who's still thinking that they're 4. See what I mean? Don't judge people just because of their age, okay? We can never do that, okay? All right, so Jim, I hope that meant something for you. Okay, Everly says, hi, Linda, good to see your wonderful smiling face again. Yay! So I so look forward to your video, sending hugs and light to everyone. Yay! People don't realise that if you go into my playlists at the top of my YouTube channel, you can actually go in and just find specific playlists. I've got a playlist there about ghosts. I've got a playlist about psychic information. how to be a psychic. I've got one there on personal development, all my how-to videos, how to get rid of energy attacks, how to stay in happiness, how to do this, how to do that. I've got one there on all my information when I died. Why are there chairs in heaven? Do we see our loved pets in heaven? All those videos are in my heaven information, okay? So, Everly, thank you so much for saying that to me. Okay, your card today is the King of Cups. Just remember who the king represents. The king represents the one in charge, the one who's dealing with stuff. And I know what you're dealing with, okay? Take your time. That's all I'm going to repeat to you, Everly. Take your time. There's no rush, okay? So you've got the king saying that you're dealing with it all, okay? And it's a cup, so that's a good one. And your love dove card says, love plays games and happy music with friends. So this is telling you to keep your mind happy, okay? Keep your thoughts positive because we don't want you going into a depressive state here, okay? Thinking things and regrets and stuff that come in. So I really want you to connect with your friends, okay? Happy music with friends, okay? Keep your mind happy at this point, all right? As you're dealing with stuff. I know what you've been through and it's not nice, okay? And as I said, my dad came to me again last night. He is so angry with my family. Oh, yeah, he's angry. Wow. And I didn't even know half the stuff they were doing. And it's all coming out. He's telling me all this stuff now. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. Now I know why that person did that. Wow. It's good having a dead father that comes and visits me every night. Especially when he's so open about what he's telling me. Oh, my God. So please know you can talk to your mama anytime. Okay? Ask her to come through and help you anytime. Okay. Little wave? Yay! Little wave! I got your card. You got the Ace of Cups. Oh, my God. One of the best in the deck. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Okay, sending best wishes and peaceful full-time NT to all here, that you find your way and that the good lasts. Yes, little wave. I'm glad that you are here and sending best wishes to all good things for you. May you please have a card for the week. Love the mystery of a weekly tarot. Maybe I should do this in the dark with a torch coming up over my face. Here's your card. I might think about doing a Halloween special tarot. You know, have the candle on behind me. Well, it'll set off my smoke alarms. But, you know, have like the fake candle going behind me. Have the ghostly music going on. Ooh, some chains and some crackles going on. I'll think of something to do for Halloween this year, okay? Ooh, I love Halloween. It's the best time of year for me. Oh, except for Christmas. I love Christmas and Valentine's Day because I'm a red girl, if you haven't noticed how much red's around me. So, little wave. Okay. Love cries openly at sad music. Sad movies, I should say. So this is being honest and transparent with your emotions. Be raw with people, okay? You know, I say it like this. If someone's bugging you, it's all right to go up them and say, I hope you're okay because what you're doing is affecting me. It's okay to say it like that. You never use this word why. Why are you being so nasty all the time? Because it makes them go on the defensive because you're judging them. Why makes it judging. So don't use the why word, okay? But if you say, are you aware that when you're acting like that, you make me feel like this? And then they think about what they're doing far, far better. Okay, so you got the Ace of Cups. Good thing coming, little wave. And love cries openly at sad movies. So this is your time now to be honest. Okay? Yeah, you're going to get rewards when we're doing all the good karma for the universe. Yay! Okay, Robert Harris says, Jim, I understand your angst. I work in Cirencester. Oh, God, I hope I've just pronounced that right. And heard the B-52s taking off and landing each afternoon and morning. It's something it's someone else's karma, but it's affecting you. Try not to get drawn in. The karma will come knocking on the doors of those responsible. It won't be long. It's coming. And I can tell you guys, for one, it is coming. Karma is about to knock on the door of all the little buggers out there that have been doing stuff for the last 40, 50 years. Why do you think, let's go there, why do you think Bill Gates right now is offloading all his money? He's giving it to people who are still going to support him when it all goes through the floor for him. He knows what's coming. I read this thing with Bill Gates. He spends $200 million a year just on his security in his house. So that's over $10 million a month. Put it into 5 million, 7 million a week. So it's $1 million a day for his security just at his house. I read that where his bedroom is, you go down a hallway to the toilet. Not only has he got video surveillance there, he's also got heat-seeking IR, infrared cameras. So even going to the toilet at 3 o'clock in the morning, he's got security guards watching him, making sure it's him going to the toilet, not someone breaking into his house. This is a man who's scared. This is a man paranoid. This is a man living in fear. And once we realize that that's the extent of his life now, you can see why he's aging so bad, even with all his adrenochrome stuff that he's been taking. But at the end of the day, he is petrified that we're coming knocking on his door. Okay? And it's happening. Look how many countries now have indicted him. He can't leave America. He can't leave America. Well, he can go to some countries, but there's a lot of countries now that want him in jail because of what he did through COVID. So, yeah, this is a guy offloading all his money because he's scared. That shows you how the tables are turning at this point. Okay, so Marissa Dummel, let's go to you. I love it how Robert just said, knocking on the door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 hey. You know that song? Yeah. I think it was Guns N' Roses. Oh, okay. So anyway, knocking on heaven's door. I love singing when I do my lives. But Robert Harris, you got that right. Why do you think Bill Gates wants immortality? He doesn't want his face's live review, right? Can you imagine him? Like, let's show you my photo. Can you imagine Bill Gates standing in front of his box of all his memories, standing in front of these three beings and having to be accountable for every action he'd ever done and every person that was affected by those actions? Now, I hope you listened to that last bit. Because it's not so much being affected by our actions, it's those affected by our actions. So when I look at Hitler, it's not just the people that went to Auschwitz, it's all the relatives, all the people like me sitting here now 100 years later who are still thinking about it. Because when we think, we create the energy, which is emotions. So when I think about Hitler and I think, I'm now creating a ripple of energy that in his life review, he has to look at and heal it. He has to heal it so it becomes negative energy again, stagnant energy. So, yeah, Bill Gates, he's got a lot going on. And I don't want to be the fly on the wall when that happens. I really do not want to see what the consequences are for what he's done. I'm just going to be sitting there going, I wish peace for everyone in the world. Let's do healing. While he's in an absolute hell for a long time dealing with all that. So, Marissa Dummel, back to you, girlfriend. I love you. Long time no see. Oh, I know. Well, I hope everyone is doing well. Dr. Lynda, I hope you are well. Yeah, I'm here. Could I please have a card that pertains to finally getting into housing? I've finally got a lead on a place. Oh, let's see. You got the Queen of Cups. Oh, this is you, darling, Marissa. This is the Queen of Cups for you, darling. Okay, Queen of Cups. Love would start a creative new project. There you go. New things coming for you, darling. New things coming. Yes. New things coming. Okay. So, put that down there. Okay. Just bear with me a moment, guys. My phone is doing something crazy. I just want to, get that going. All right. So, Colin. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is having or about to have a great day. You're amazing. Okay. Get that off. Okay, so it's done. Okay, so Colin, hello, hello, hello. Having a great day. Your card today is the Devil card. Oh my God. You can tell I don't look at these cards beforehand. Oh God. Colin, just remember it's not about DEMONSs, okay? I don't like saying the word because I don't attract them in. They can go to get nicked, okay? But for you, this is all about self-doubts. Letting go of all the pain, hurt, trauma that's been in your past, and really saying to yourself, you know what? I am trying to be the best person I am. And when you have all those midnight doubts coming into your head, you say, stuff off, neck off, F off, whatever you have to say. And then you say to yourself, I'm better than those thoughts. And this is why. Because so we justify why we're not those thoughts. Because our devil is always our thoughts. Okay? Colin, so you got the thoughts coming out this week with the devil. So your love dove card says love goes last and opens doors for others. So this is all about consideration, being considerate, appreciative, and loving, because that's how we get rid of the devil card. Okay, so I'm going to put those there for you so you can write it down or just remember that one for later. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to refresh my screen here. Okay, let me just scroll back up to where I was. Okay, where are we? There I am. Okay, so that card goes to there. Little love dove up there. So my next one is for Bob Hope. Can I get a card? Thank you so much. Hi, Everly. How are you? Barbara, yeah, Everly has retracted. Okay, all right, it's all good. Bob, you got, oh God, another bad one. We just had the devil. Now we've got death. Death is not the physical death. Death is the releasing stage. And as I've said for the last 6 months, pardon me, with this fire horse energy from the Chinese New Year that came in mid-February, February 17, 18 was the start of the new Chinese New Year. So what we go through first is all the releasing, getting rid of all the stuff we don't want, which is the death, okay? Then by about June, September, because remember the new year for Chinese will go through until February next year. So in about June, September is when we're going to start receiving all this good stuff, because we've been putting out all the stuff that we don't want with this death card. So that's what you've got going on right now, Colin. Okay? Yeah. Oh, no. Give Colin, this is Bob Hope's. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is for Bob Hope, okay? Now, your card says, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. So with the death, be honest with it. And that's where we say honesty to yourself. You know, when I lie in bed at night, things that I say to myself that you guys obviously don't need to hear, but I go to that right extreme depth of, did I do something wrong? Why did I do that? How could have I done that better? What's that ripple effect that's affecting others because of what I said or did? So I go through all that at night when I can't sleep, because that calms me down, so I feel at calm and peace so I can sleep. And that's what the universe is now telling you to do. Love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. Be honest with yourself during this death of releasing all the stuff coming back to you. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So Barbara Byers has redacted a message, but then she says, "Hey, Linda, very happy with 9 of Pentacles. Thanks, meant a lot. Cheers, everyone. Find the joy." Barbara, did I already give you a card? Yes, I did. Okay. James Cole. "Hi, Linda. Hope all's well, your end, and had an enjoyable birthday. What's your take on the light and tunnel stuff? Heavy question, but I'd love your interpretation." Okay. So let's go there with conception, because there's a big debate. When does our soul enter our body? And it's now been scientifically proven that when a sperm hits an egg to fertilize it, there is a spark of light, which means life. Light equals life. Okay? So that's why, and this is a touchy subject because I know there's people out there with no choice, but that's why I always say abortion equals red rum backwards. Because I believe life starts at conception. Okay? That's when the soul enters the body. The baby growing within the womb has a personality, and it has the ability right then and there to start learning life lessons. So when we start talking about the light, we are created in light. The light is what gives us life, and it also gives us psychic abilities. The more I sit in the sun, light, the more the EMF and the UV affects me psychically. So if I stay inside all day, like when we had the lockdowns, isn't that ironic? We lose it, okay? They knew to put us into lockdown, okay? They knew to do that to us because it disconnects us from who we are innately and in our natural form. So the tunnel, which is reincarnation, the tunnel itself is light. So when I look in my book, when I look at reincarnation, and Karina was telling me, that was my great grandmother, by the way. I talk about reincarnation in the book, and I also talk about the tunnel. So there's the tunnel, and if you look at the tunnel, way at the end is a light. There's a light in there, okay? So you go through this tunnel, which is okay. The tunnel is, in a nutshell, electromagnetic frequency, because it rotates left as well as right. Okay. There are a few movies where they show this. The one I love is Contact with Jodie Foster. When she goes into this pod and it starts spinning, she's in there for like 3 hours or whatever it is. But when she comes out, it was instantaneous. But it's a rebirth. And that's what we happen with reincarnation. But we're in that light, okay? Because if you watch that movie, there's a big flash of light, okay? I love the movie Contact with Jodie Foster. So there you go. What's your take on the light and the tunnel? Very connected. And it does do with reincarnation, because light creates life, okay? Yeah. So we have to go through, I believe the tunnel is that darkness getting us ready to get the light again, to reincarnate and become another person. That's my take on it anyway, okay? Alrighty, so I'm so grateful that you said it like that. So your card, James, I've got it here because you're on the end. Knight of Cups. Sorry, I have to make a joke. Whenever I see a knight, it always reminds me of the Monty Python movies with the coconuts. I hope this is a good card for you, James. Okay. Knight of Cups. and love would trust in the angels to guide their pathway. So again, this is talking about angels. Reincarnation in that pathway. We're always on that path, okay? The path. Reincarnation in the tunnel is a path, teaching us more things, how to be a better person, okay? So, yeah, you're on this journey, which is the Knight of Cups, okay? And now, love would trust the angels to guide their pathway. So how often do you talk to your angels? Let's do it right now, okay? Let's do it right now. How do I talk to her? I've got a pretty good rapport with her. So I just look up and say, hey, you here? Oh, yes, I just heard yes. See how I just did that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, because I feel it here. So when we talk to our angels, feel it here. Get that warm and fuzzies going within you and say, hello, my name's James, or whoever is listening. Hello, I wish to speak to my angels. Earth calling angels, earth calling angels. You know, they put it into shows. They did it in Mork and Mindy.
I am Mork from Mork. No.
Yeah, remember him? Robin Williams? Listen to this one.
Shazbot.
Yeah? Okay. But listen to this one.
Mork calling Orson, come in Orson. Mork calling Orson, come in Orson.
What do you think he was doing? He was praying and connecting to Orson. Because it wasn't that he had a physical phone line. He didn't have a device like they use in Star Trek and that flips out, speed me up, Scotty. It's telepathic communication phone line. Okay? So when we want to talk with spirits, like my dad, my grandmother, okay, whoever it is that we want to talk to, okay, we've got to keep remembering here that they hear us constantly. They hear us, our angels. Love would trust in the angels. So they're always turned on. We sometimes don't hear them because, you know, we get distractions, we've got to work, we've got to sleep, we've got to eat, we've got to poo, whatever it is that we're doing in our day, right? Come on, be honest. But at the end of the day, they're always turned on because they don't have to do any of that. So they're always just sitting there. Is there someone there? I'm listening. So when Mork and Mindy, like this came out in the 70s, Mork calling Orson, come in Orson, that's him connecting to his higher source. Our higher source is our higher self, God, Allah, Buddha, whoever it is, Princess Diana, whoever you want to pray to. But then we've also got higher self and angels. So when we talk to our angels, all you got to do is put out the thought that you're talking to them. So imagine that they're outside in another room that you can't see them. Hey, are you out there? And then you listen for a reply. Because this is how we connect to them. So, you know, my dad, what did he do just last night? My dad died last August. And he was in the living room and he called me. I heard him as clear as day. And I thought, that's my dad. He's out in the living room. So I went out into the living room because I answered the call, that telepathic call, and there he was standing there, and I had the best conversation with him. I'm so happy that he's happy with me because he's not happy with other people. But that's how we connect to our angels, okay? Just talk to them. Hey, can you hear me? Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. That's how we do it. Yeah? So that song came out, 1974 or whatever, 72 or something? I think it was the Carpenters, Karen Carpenter that sang that one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but calling occupants is telepathic, reaching out. And then we touch their energy and we connect to their energy. And that's when that magic happens where we connect it. Okay? Yeah, James Cole, I hope that helps. I love you, darling. Yay. All right, so Julie Youngren, AS, you got the Seven of Wands. Yes. Love tells you how it feels about you. So again, another honesty card. This time I'm thinking this is for you, Julie Youngren. Julie Youngren. Nano. Okay, James Cole says, could be asleep by now. By the time you get to me, so good as always, my honey bunny. I love it when two people call me their honey bunny. Thank you so much. Get make me blush. Julie Youngren. Okay, Nanu. Isn't it funny? I just had Walk from Orson. Call in Orson. Come in, Orson. Hi, all. Just getting home. I had a second interview this morning and a different one on Monday. May I please have two cards? And thank you. Yes, because here's your card. Let's look it up. Seven of Wands. I'm going to look it up for you, Julie Youngren. Seven of Wands. Let's have a look at what the Seven of Wands means. Pentacles, Swords, Cups. It's always last. Seven of Wands. Okay. Your ideas or beliefs may be challenged. While you may meet opposition, the Seven of Wands indicates that you can win through in this situation and overcome any obstacles put towards you. To do so, you need to remain calm, have confidence in yourself, and possess the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Oh, Julie, I'm going to put that up. So there's the Seven of Wands. Pause the screen and have a read or do a Google. What does the Seven of Wands mean? But there's your card so you can see it's that one. Whoopsie. Okay. Yeah. And let's go there. Love tells you how it feels about you. So this is all about you, being honest with you. Okay. This is your honesty card for today. So if I had to interpret that card's virtually saying you got a job coming. Yes. I'm getting excited. Julie Youngren. Okay. I'm on team Julie Youngren. Okay. Josie. Hello, Josie. Okay, will Dr. Silver and Mr. Dr. Dot, I nearly said Mr. So I am dyslexic, people, guys, okay? Dr. Mobs. So it's not Mr. Dobbs, as I just said. Okay, will Dr. Silver and Dr. Mobs accept the mistake that I forgot to upload my very first draft of my thesis to my Drive folder? Draw a card for the best explanation. Thank you, Linda. Love you. I love you too. If I mention names, sorry. No, that's okay. But just remember, sometimes you don't know who. Okay, but it is good to get a little bit of connection there. Like, upload it now. Okay, so let's see what the cards say. You got the Eight of Wands. Okay, so let's first of all, Eight of Wands. Okay. Yes. Today, where's Wands? Oh God, Cups, Wands. Okay. Eight of Wands. Oh, this is a short one. If you have experienced setbacks or delays, then the Eight of Wands will be a welcome sight, for this card always brings a swift moving energy into play. Sudden burst of activity and excitement following the arrival of good news. Okay, so there you have it. I'm going to put it up there so you can read it yourself. Put it there. That's a 7. It's the 8. Oh my God, it's the Eight of Wands. There you go. Now you've got it. Okay. And here comes your card, so you know it's that one. All right, you know it's that one. Eight of Wands. And your little love dove card says, love would make time for playful adventures. So this is all telling you, Josie, that it got accepted. Okay? Whew. Okay? Whew. It got accepted for you, darling. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Deb's Only. Yay! Morning, Linda and everyone. Hope you're feeling better. May I have a card for today? Deb's Only. You know, I love it when I get special cards for special people, because some of you I know a little bit personally, okay? So it does when I look at the card and it's like, wow. It makes me feel so special that there is some really good things coming for people. Because Deb Only, you got the Chariot. This means job done. Start to celebrate. So I'd like you to look up the Chariot. I don't have to look this one up in the book because I know the Chariot really well because job's done. It's the party after the war type situation. Okay, the celebration that's coming with the Chariot, strength of doing good work. Okay, love knows there is always enough love to go around. There's always enough love to go around. That's a song. Can you feel it? Love knows there is always enough love to go around, especially with this Chariot. So spread your love to everybody. Okay, with this Chariot energy that you've got. Okay. Yeah, so Deb's Only was my last one for the day. If I have missed anyone in the comments, because sometimes I do, please email me and just say, hey, you missed me, and I'll draw you a card. Okay, but please know up till now, I only do it for people while I'm live. Okay, so these cards are all from this morning. So now I've got to just sit here, put them back into my deck, so then I can start drawing cards for all the next people. Okay. Just bear with me because this just takes a few little minutes. Okay, so where am I up to? Scouse Raw. Morning, Linda. Will Serena end up with Derek or Eric? Oh, you know what? I never read for other people without their consent. I'll tell you why. Can you imagine if Serena's sitting here and she's already got her mind made up which one she's going to go out with, if either or, and I'm telling her stuff and she says, hey, I didn't give you consent to talk about me. This is why I just said to Josie, be careful even mentioning lecturers' names because they don't give consent to be on my live. You guys all do because you comment, right? So just be aware of that, guys, because I don't ever do readings for other people without their consent. So I will pull you a card, Scouse Raw, okay? We'll see Serena end up with Derek or Eric. Unless you're Serena, but I don't think you are, okay? Okay, Scouse Raw. Let's have a look. That's not your card. That was your card. That's your card. Okay, 7 of Cups. Please go research what this one means, okay? 7 of Cups, okay? And what does it mean to you if these people get together? Okay? What's in it for you? Okay? If they're together. Okay? So, Willow, I missed you last week. Unfortunately, my mother passed. Willow? Do I know your mum? Can you please reach out to me? My email is below. Please let me know what happened, Willow. Oh my God. I missed you last week. Unfortunately, my mother passed last week. Hoping to see some clarity soon. May I please have a card? Hoping you're having a relaxing weekend. Oh my God, darling. How about you asking about me when all the stuff going on that you're going through? Oh my gosh, darling. Thank you so much for showing me how courteous you are and kind towards other people. I would like to have a private chat with you just to make sure that you're okay. So please contact me. My email's below, Willow. Okay? Of course I'm going to get you a card. I hope that you've been listening to what I've been saying about my dad. My dad came in last night. Again. Okay. Yeah. So people say, why has he still got the same personality? If he's gone to heaven, why has he still got the personality? Because everything's now. Everything's now. He can be living here right now as 16 million other people because he's reincarnated so many times as now. And he's still in heaven, but then he's still in that moment before he passed over where he can come and see me. And he's still aware of what's going on now. So, yeah, it's very difficult to tell people unless you actually experience it, so you know what I'm talking about. My cards were just going a little bit haywire there, so I'm just going to get a card for Willow. I really do want to talk to you, Willow, okay? Please know I'm here for you. Yeah, that's one reason I like doing my lives twice a week. They're free. So at least I can give you some support. Okay. Hurts. I don't like bad things happening to good people. I really don't. Let's get a Willow card. Willow. Let's get a card for Willow. I know. It's almost like you're saying they're not getting one, are you? Just one, please. One for Willow. There it goes. It's that one just popped out. Oh, it's a page. It's good news coming. Okay. Cups, especially. Good news coming. Oh, God. Please keep your head up, Willow, because you've got the Page of Cups. And I'm pretty sure this has only got like 2 lines in my book. Page of Cups. Yeah, it has. Page of Cups. Happy news. Love, engagement, marriage, or birth. So hopefully, look, there's only 2 lines of words with the Page of Cups. So that generally means that even when there's closure, a death, God, I feel for you, Willow. I'm so sorry. But good things are coming for you, okay? Please just try and keep together, okay? How many of us are losing parents at this point? It's horrendous. I'm so sorry that you had to be involved with this the same as the rest of us. It's not a boat that I'd put anybody on at this point, okay? We're all in the lost parent group, and I wish it didn't exist, you know? Okay, but I've got to keep moving. Lizzie Beth, lost my mum last year, hope you're through someday. Well, Lizzie, I hope you've been listening to what my dad's been doing. You know, it was my grandmother's birthday on the 12th, 2 days ago. She died in 2003, and she was 93 when she passed. So she had a good innings, but she still comes to me and gives me 5-cent pieces all the time. Why 5-cent pieces? Because she used to collect them, so it's something that we're connected by. I've got some of her money boxes here with all their 5-cent pieces in them. So it's a connection. So when I think about those 5-cent pieces, which she would have touched, I touch her hairbrush. I've still got her hair in her hairbrush. So when I touch things that belong to my grandmother, it's a connection. So if you do want to talk to your mum, connect with her. Think about what she smelled like, what her voice sounded like. Think about things that she did. Was she a cook? Was she a seamstress? Was she working on a ferry? I don't know. Think about things that she did, so you're bringing all that back into your reality of now, and then that gives her that little phone line where she can zap in and give you little messages. Hopefully not as strong as my dad last night where he was yelling at me again. It's all good. He's not yelling at me because I did something wrong. Thank God, he's just angry with what other people have done wrong. Yeah, so I'm not coming into that war zone. I'm staying away from that battle. All right, so Lizzie Beth, yes. I understand what you're going through with losing your mum. Let's get you a card. Oh, that's it. That one popped. All right, so you've got the 8 of Wands. Please go and research what that one means for you, okay? 8 of Wands. Yeah. James Cassaro saying, Elizabeth, look for signs. Yeah, look for signs. Okay, it's always something that they know. Like my sister, when she got married, she got a clock from her husband's mum. They put it on the wall, and when his mother died, so it's like my sister's mother-in-law, when she died, that clock used to turn off at the time she died. It would just stop ticking. So every year it stops ticking at the time of her death. It's really weird. they've replaced the batteries. They've had the hands fixed a few times because it's like 40, 50 years old now, that clock. 40-something years old. 40-something years they've been married. But 45 years, heck, that's a long innings as well. But, yeah, so that clock's active, very active. So look for things that they're connected to, okay? Yeah. All right, Izzy, you're welcome to email me too if you're struggling, okay? My email is below in the description. Okay, James Cassar says, oh, okay, it's so nice you see signs of her. Yeah. Izzy just said, I do see them. Wish I could hear her voice again. All you got to do is just close your eyes and you'll hear her voice, okay? Dragonflies are favourites. Yeah, I hear you. Dragonflies are great. I saw some red dragonflies the other day because my favourite colour is red, and I thought, oh, that's a sign if I've ever had a sign. Bob Hope saying sorry. Everly's message redacted. Lizzie Beth says, Lynda, do you read birth charts? No, I do not read birth charts. You need an astrologer for those, someone who does astronomy, astrology. I always get those two confused because I don't do star signs, okay? I understand what a Pisces is because I'm a Pisces, so of course I understand other traits. I also look at Chinese years, etc., compatibility, etc., but I don't specifically. Someone who did, I'd be certainly telling you to come to me. Okay. Everly says, so sorry about your loss. Hugs to your heart. I love it when you guys are talking to each other. Julie Youngren says, yes, we adore Mary. Yes, got Mary. Okay, hi, Mary. Mary's gone now. She's gone under my bed. She'll sleep till for the next 3 or 5 hours, maybe 6. She's a big fat cat. So if you want to know how much Mary weighs, she's 7 kilos. That's about 16 pounds, I think, if I converted that right, maybe a bit more. Anyway, off Mary, because she's asleep now. Julie Youngren says, Willow, I'm so sorry for your loss. Was your mother on here too, or your daughter? I know, Willow. Willow, please reach out to me. Everly says, on my late night walk the other night, a cat ran up to me in the desert and wouldn't let me pass. She was crisscrossing me and made me stop in my tracks. That's time that you've got to sit there and talk to that cat. Cats are highly intuitive, Everly. They come to us for a reason, even if it's to give us that eternal hug from a loved one that we've lost. I firmly believe cat purring is the healing energy of the planet. There's a certain vibration that cats purr at, and it just makes us feel great. So I hope that you picked up that cat and just listened to its purring. Okay. Colin says, hi, Mary. James Cassar says, yes, Lynda, you know, and I'm definitely working on it. Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming that. Plate of spaghetti. Hello. Okay, let me just scroll back up. Okay, can I have a card for the energy between me and William, please? Of course. William. Whenever I hear the word William, I don't think of Prince William. I always think of A Knight's Tale with, oh God, what was his name? Oh my God, Heath Ledger. Okay, Heath Ledger was in a movie called The Knight's Tale. Paul, name? He was in it. Okay, actors in it. And not to mention my favourite, Rufus Sewell was in it too. Yeah, something about that guy. I love Rufus Sewell. He was also in the movie The Holiday, if you've watched that. Okay, plate of spaghetti, I've got your card. Can I have a card for the energy between me and William, please? You got the Strength card. Wow, I love it when major encounters come out. Okay, so please go research what this one represents for you. The Strength card. Yes, please. Okay, put that back in the deck and let's keep it going. Little Wave says, thank you so much for the card. How uplifting. Good to see you have been feeling better. Well, I'll be honest with you guys. Every day for me is a struggle. I do have PTSD. Okay, I do have a lot of nightmares regarding what happened to me when I worked for the police. I worked with the police for 10 years. exactly as Karina said back in 2001. She told me I'd work with the police for 10 years, and I did from 2002 to 2012. You can't make this stuff up, it's verified. Okay, so yeah, I get emotional when I talk about my own mental health. It is a struggle, and that's one reason why I'm here helping you guys, because I know what it's like. I was talking to a guy just the other day, and he said, "Oh, Lynda, you've been through a lot with what you went through with the police." And I said, "Honey, it gets far, far deeper than that, because not only did I lose a child, I've been married 3 times, I died, I've had this happen, that happen, that happen." And he was just like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I said, "Why can you don't be sorry, because every single bad thing that happened to me, it was an opportunity for me to use that for my advantage so I can help people like you. If I hadn't gone through PTSD, how do I ever help other people going through depression or anxiety? If I didn't lose a child, how could I ever help someone through grieving a loved one? If I hadn't lost my grandmother or my dad last year, how could I ever help other people who've just lost a parent? So everything happens. It's like they download every worst case scenario onto me. So I feel that empathy. I feel that love for anybody else going through the same sort of thing. So never feel sorry for me, guys. I am so grateful for every bully, every murderer that's ever attacked me. Yes, because it was attempted murder. I don't like talking about it because, it's sensitive. People get upset and triggered by it. So it's easier for me to say, "Oh, I had a head cold," because then people don't get that trigger about what they've been through as well. So please know, guys, when we get the strength card coming out, it's a very important card because it's showing us that we are stronger than what we think we are. Anyone can prove that. It's me. I was in hospital virtually till I was 2. My mum and dad told me I'd need heart, lung, and kidney transplants before I was 10, and I would never survive 10. Here I am, I just turned 60. So that was like the biggest to the universe, okay? So I love it when bad things happen to me because it just shows me that, I don't bring it on. No more for a while, okay? No more hard stuff. I want some easy stuff now. Lotto win, okay? Because every day is a day to be happy, grateful, and thank you, and to be in love with what we've got. Every day is an opportunity, guys, okay? So, little wave, I do struggle, okay? What you see here is sometimes not what you see when I'm off screen, okay? Because today I'm here for you guys, and I get into that energy of the beautiful people I talk to. And that's what makes my day so beautiful, and I want to be here for it. Why do you think I do 2 lives a week? I don't charge for what I do. So if anyone does want to do super chats, if anyone does want to do member-only videos, my PayPal link is below, because if I set those up, YouTube takes half, and why would I want half of your money going to YouTube? I want you to support the person who your money wants to go to. So I hope that makes you feel better about who you are as a person as well, because that's what I'm here for, to make you feel that you're the best of what you are, and the capacity within you moving forward to burst out of your chest with the love of the universe so others feel it as well. Okay, that's what I'm here for. Okay, so Everly says, "I've been talking to my mum every day." Thank you for the cards in. Sharon the Alchemist. "Hey, Lynda, I'm actively promoting and posting about my coaching services. Good person. How do you see things going for me? Will this lead to financial abundance? Eager to get out of a toxic situation." So the more that you put out there where you're going, the more the universe listens and it brings it to you. So the card I just got for you was the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is always about money, by the way. Just remember that. Okay. So the Knight, when we look at the Knight, it's a person who's armored up. They're ready for the battle ahead of them. Okay. So let me just look this up into my book because I know that I'm running out of comments, so I'm happy to spend some time. What have I got? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, whoops. Where are you? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Everyone is always pleased to see this card, for it means that something one has been wanting for finally comes through. So this is where you get in it. If you put it out there to the universe, hey, I need clients, bring me in the people who need my services. Okay? This is what the Knight of Pentacles is showing you. Okay? So please look it up. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. So one of the stories I love talking about is a lady who wanted to get back into tarot. She had an old shed in the backyard. It was full of her husband's tools. And when he passed away, she thought, I'm going to do a tarot shed. So she came to my house and she said, what have I got to do to attract in clients? And I said, take out all your old energy from your husband. Clean it out, wash it out, put in all the things you like, your sheets on the walls, put in a nice little table with a couple of chairs, some crystals, a candle, whatever it is that makes you feel special there. Because when we feel special is when we feel passionate, and that's when we create the love, and that's what attracts in other clients. So when we attract in, it's a magnet of the energy that we've already got and that we're already portraying out there. Okay? So I said to her, when you sit in your little shed, feel about the energy of who is coming. Don't make it about you. Don't make it about the money that you'll be making. Oh, I need money to pay my bills. Never do it like that, because the universe will then just keep giving you more bills to pay. So you make it about the people. I want to work for these people. And we do it with honesty from the universe. We don't just say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do this so I get the brownie points. Because the universe listens to our heart. They know our intentions. They know our true self. So you've got to mindset yourself into wanting to help other people. And when we help other people and you put it out there, people will come. So she went home. She came back about 3 months later and she said, guess what happened? And I said, what? She said, oh my God, I'm sitting in my back shed. Yeah. And she said, there's a knock on my front door and it's a man. And I said, what happened? And she said, this man is looking a little bit confused. And he says, is there a tarot reader in your street? Because I've got a feeling that there was someone in your street that does tarot reading. And she said, you're here. How did he come to her house? So I said to her, what happened? Did you talk to him? And she said, yes. He was driving along the road and he just had this feeling to turn right, turn left into her street, and he pulled up right outside her house. How does this work? Because he was attracted to the energy that she was creating. So when we're promoting and when we're putting out advertising and when we want clients to come to us, all we have to say is, universe, if there is anybody out there who wants these services of what I provide, please allow them to come to me. And they do. How many times do I sit here on a Sunday or Saturday and I've got no bookings, but things happen, boom, boom, boom. I get 4 or 5 readings every week. I don't know how it works. I don't need to know how it works. All I have to do is trust that it does. Okay? And if you see, I don't do videos where I say, hey, come for a reading. I just say it once or twice while I'm doing my talks. But then other people, they don't even know I've got a YouTube channel. I got a reading last week. I said, oh, do you know that I've got a YouTube channel? And they said, no. And I said, well, here it is. So I did split screen because I were on the Zoom call. And she said, oh, my God, I'm going to go check you out. I want to watch all your videos. So she doesn't even know I do a live where I say, if you want to read it, come to me. But all we do is we put out the energy. If there's anyone out there, anywhere on the universe that wants to come to me, come on in and see what I've got for you. The universe provides for us. It really does. Okay? Trust in it is the thing. Now, did I give you a card? I don't think I did because I've still got the Strength card at the end. So let's get you another card. If I gave you a card, oh, there it is. You got the 3 of Cups. Oh, confusions. Okay, confusion with the 3 of Cups. But Just that's what you've got at this point. When you get your mindset right, I'll just put it up there so you can go research it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to wipe my eye while I'm talking. There's 3 of Cups. So if you sit there and have a little private chat with yourself and say, why am I doing this? Is it just for the bills? The universe won't give you anybody. You'll never get clients. But if you sit there and you say, you know what, I love it when I help other people. I feel good when I see their face. I feel good when they have a good experience. I feel good when they're walking out of my house and I know that I've done good work for them. Thank you so much. Did you see? Right now, I could be still in bed. My daughter's gone for the day. Today would be a really good day for me to go back to bed. I was up till 2:30 this morning talking to my dad. So why am I here? It's not about me. It's about people who need what I offer. They don't need me. They need to feel trust, support, and most of all, love from the universe. And I'm just a telephone line between the universe back to you. So once we put that out there and we say that's the energy that I want to create, people come to me not for me, but because the energy works through me. God works through me. Heaven works through me. Archangels work through me. People don't see archangels every day because some of us have seen angels. I've seen angels a few times. But at the end of the day, not all of us are that fortunate. So we have to trust what we don't see, and that's why they come to us. So I hope that that's given you some information there, Saren the Alchemist. Do it for the right reasons, and you'll start getting clients. And when you do, let me know, because I love having confirmations. Okay, now my screen just refreshed. Okay, let me just scroll back up. Okay, Colin says, thank you for the card. Julie Youngren says, oh, Lynda, I just adore you. Thanks. I love you too, Julie Youngren. Julie Youngren, USA. Little Wave says, Everly, maybe the cat felt you needed her. This happened to me when I needed comfort. Exactly. Mike Slap, can you read me, please? Yes, well, today is Tarot Day. So let me just repeat it, guys. I'm here twice a week, 2 lives a week. Go to my channel, look at my lives. Today is Sunday, 9 a.m. I do tarots. If you're here if you comment before I go live, you also get one of the Love Dove cards, okay? So today is tarot, free. It's Thursday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, okay? It's Wednesday night if you're in the USA, or closer to midnight if you're in Europe. But that is free psychic question day. That's where you can ask all your psychic questions for free, okay? If anyone does want a private reading from me, I do offer Zoom calls anywhere on the planet. All you've got to do is follow the instructions below, which are make a PayPal transaction. I don't charge. I don't judge who can afford what, and that's why I'm so grateful for what I do. Then please email me. Tell me how much you've sent over. Also tell me where you live so we can work out time zones because I'm in Brisbane, Australia. And then when we work out a time and date, I send you a Zoom call, a Zoom link. It is that easy to get a reading from me. I do like putting people in within 2 or 3 days, okay? Alrighty, so Mike Slap, I got you a card. You got the King of Swords. And just remember, guys, today is free. I don't do super chats. I don't do member-only videos. I only survive if you guys contribute to me. So my PayPal link is below if you do want to send me over a couple of dollars as a thank you for your cards or readings on a Thursday. So, Mike Slap, that was your card. Sounds awesome. I like that. Sounds awesome. Okay. Little Wave says, thinking of everyone who lost a parent. So I know there's so many of us now that are going through this stuff. Bob Hope, thank you for the card. You're the best no matter what. Oh, I love you so much, Bob Hope. Okay, and I hope you feel that. Okay. Terry Joyful, hello, Lynda. Good to see you. May I have a card from my angels? I miss my mum too and my brother. I think of them every day. Yeah. Terry Joyful, I know what you're going through. That is your card. Oh my gosh, I hope everything's going okay for you because you got the Tower. Now, don't be too concerned about the Tower. If you're living in honesty and you're living with your integrity upheld, you're going to be okay. All right? The Tower means that when we've built on lies, we build things on mistrust or deceit, it all comes crashing down. So if we build stability, integrity, respect, everything works out well. So this is a reminder for you moving forward that if you have lied to someone over the years, now's the time to get it fixed. So it builds that stronger. Okay? Yeah, because you got the Tower card. Okay. Yeah, I know what it's like when you miss your mum. Okay, Peter's Path to Joy and Hope says, so to hear your voice again. Yay! I'm back in Auckland after 6 months in Europe. Oh, Peter's Path to Joy and Hope. I remember talking to you and you were saying that you were like going over there. God, because I've been doing my lives now for over a year or so, haven't I? Wow. Okay, let's just get you a card. There it is. It just flipped down. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands. This is for you, Peter's Path to Joy and Hope. 9 of Wands. I'm pretty sure we just had that one before. It's like a congratulations card. It's like, phew, the war is over. Okay. Yay. All right, so please go research what that one means for you. Okay. Colin. What does Colin say? Let me just pick up my cards. As you were talking about the clock stopped at a time, there was a brief male voiceover. I replayed it and it was still there. What? About 90 minutes in for those who want to check your feed. Colin, I've got to write this down. Let me have my pen. I love it when people hear voices. Now, if you looked at my last live, yes, it cut out. Someone did that. It wasn't me. All right, so about 90 minutes. Where's my live at this point? I've been here for 9 minutes. So it was when I was talking about the clock. Okay. Talking about the clock. If I find it, I'll do a video where I show it. Okay. Thank you so much for showing that to me, Robert. Colin. Oh, no, I called you Robert then. Okay. Because I'm seeing the R below. Okay. J9S. Hello, may I have a card, please? General guidance and thanks. Yay, that's what you're here for. Of course you're going to get a card. Now, that one just popped out straight away because we've got the 6 of Cups. That's a really... I love this card because it's got the Ninja Ginger in it. Look at him, the little Ninja Ginger in the bottom corner. So this is the 6 of Cups. Now, this is for RWENG-J9S. May I have a card for please, general guidance and thanks. Yes, 6 of Cups. I love the cat in the corner. I'm a cat girl, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I'm a bit of a witch. Okay. I'm Glenda, the good witch of the north. Okay. Saren the Alchemist says, oh no, I was so far behind on the live, only now just hearing my reading. I thank you, Linda. It's all good. Terry Joyful, it's Teresa, Linda. Okay. Josie says, oh, Linda, I love you so much. And Terry Joyful has sent me some hearts. Okay, so guys, that's the end of my live today. If you want to hang around a minute, I always call a card out just for me now. Card from Linda, please. Okay, don't say me because my soul is eternal. That's why I always use a name. Card for Linda. So if you do want to know the week coming up for me, I am now pulling a card out for Linda. Me. me. Oh, I got like 6 and I don't do 6s. Look at this, throw out all these. I don't do that. Maybe it's saying you're going to have a real crapper of a week. Okay. I was 7 minutes behind the whole time. Just heard the whole reading. Thank you so much. I'll be back to update you. Yes, you can. All right. So I think this is my card because look at that. This card is the King of Wands. So that's my card for the week. Okay. I will look that up later to see what my card for the week is. So that's it for me today, guys. Please know if you do want a private reading from me, I do take them extremely serious. They are also highly confidentiality. I don't share information unless you give me the proof, written permission to do so. So there is a, because I've got 5 of them now. I don't charge for what I do. Please know if you do want to spend some time with me one-on-one, I do anything from psychic readings, mediumship. I tell you what your spirit guides are, yes, because I see spirit guides. Anything about what's coming in your future. I have a multitude of gifts, and I'm happy to share it all with you guys. That's why I'm here twice a week. So today is now Dunsky. I will be here again live on Thursday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time. Please comment all your psychic questions, and I'm happy to help you as much as I can, because that's what I'm here for. So until then, guys, please know, stay in love. Don't get consumed by all this chaos going on at this point. We don't need to. We're creating the new love, the new light, and most of all, the new energy of moving forward with love and light for everybody. So until then, guys, I'm going to go look up my card, the King of Wands. I love you all so much. Stay true to who you are, and I'll talk to you all soon. So, bye.